The Federation takes its relationship with Harborview, UW, King County very seriously. Unfortunately, that relationship is quite troubled. The Federation has more labor difficulties with the University of Washington than with any other of our employers. There was a time in our history when if we filed an unfair labor practice, it was like an atomic bomb. We did it rarely. Between 2003 and 2012, the Federation filed 18 unfair labor practices against the University of Washington. In those 18 unfair labor practices, if you take out the settled cases, the Federation prevailed in 9 out of 14 of those cases, or 64%. During that same period, we filed 12 unfair labor practices against all of the other 5 four-year institutions in this state, or 2.4 per campus, where our union, we represent workers at all of those other four-year institutions. So the comparison is between 18 unfair labor practices during the same period versus 2.4 at any other campus. We appreciate very much the oversight the county is engaged in regarding the closure of Harborview's primary clinics. Thankfully, before too much damage was done, the university realized how vital primary clinics attached to Harborview are to the hospital's mission. We are pleased a number of the recommendations we made to you in our February 18th memorandum have been accomplished. Nevertheless, we still actively support our recommendations that 1, the council continue to work on strengthening and reforming Harborview's governance structures. 2, promote fiscal transparency and accountability regarding Harborview as a component within the broader UW medicine system. And 3, limit the UW Harborview's unilateral authority to oversee collective bargaining. We strongly support the aforementioned council's introduced motion, which sets forth general principles to guide the executive in the negotiations of the next Harborview contract. The county has tremendous leverage in those negotiations. 25 to 40% of the UW's teaching programs for medical students are conducted at Harborview. It is questionable whether the UW could find the same trauma teaching elsewhere. As you begin work on the new contract with the UW regarding Harborview, we would ask you to consider the 2 documents we've prepared. 1, the memo we gave to you in February, and a second that illustrates the difficulties of our relationship over time, this document that we've prepared and released for the first time today. We would ask that you consider those 2 documents in your deliberations. We have already had several productive meetings with council members, the county executive, the top staff in both the executive and legislative branches of county government. We greatly appreciate that you are allowing us to provide input in the contract renewal process. We look forward to working with you to help create a strengthened and reformed Harborview governance structure, greater transparency and accountability regarding Harborview's fiscal matters, and overall, a new working relationship for Harborview Hospital built on a solid foundation of collaboration and trust. Harborview's value must be preserved for future generations. That can only be done if we all work together in a respectful manner.